Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss a few names going into the offseason that I feel really need a new change of scenery, a new situation. They're probably in bad with their teams right now, and I feel as though it'd be beneficial to just get out of there. And so the first player I want to discuss is Melvin Gordon, the running back for the Los Angeles Chargers. I feel as though him holding out didn't really benefit him in any way. He didn't get that contract he thought he'd get. He didn't impact the team as well as he thought it would. Austin Ekeler really just took this opportunity and ran with it. You know, he just made plays, and he honestly just made people forget Melvin Gordon even was on the team. And so even after he came back, he just didn't make that impact that he thought he would make them miss. And so I feel as though Melvin Gordon, he's got to get out of there, you know. Things got a little better for him after they fired Ken Whisenhunt, the offensive coordinator. I think the first 5 games with Ken Whisenhunt, he had 100 yards or less. But the 5 games after that, I think he had a little over 400 or maybe close to 500 yards. But even still, I don't think the Chargers will be smart to pay Melvin Gordon after seeing how much of an impact Austin Ekeler alone made. You know, like he was threatening the passing game, like he always was, but he took that to another level. He ran the ball between the tackles well. It would be smarter to keep Austin Ekeler, trade or release Melvin Gordon, and just bring in a rookie to complement Austin Ekeler. That would be the smartest thing. And so that brings to my point of where I think will be the best fit for Melvin Gordon, and that would be the Houston Texans. And I think that because Deshaun Watson really needs a running game. Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson just aren't cutting it. You know, they're really stagnant. They're not flashy. They don't make plays on their own, you know, especially when the offensive line struggles at times. And, you know, everything's on Deshaun Watson right now. Everything. You know, he's got to make plays with his legs. He's got to deal with injuries of Will Fuller all the time. You know, DeAndre Hopkins gets doubled. If he's not available, who's he throwing to? You know, it's just like he needs a backup. He needs a backup plan. He needs someone that can just smash the defense 20 times a game. You know, give that threat to him, make play action a little more effective. So I feel as though if the Texans want to, you know, just jump into that Super Bowl relevancy right away, that they should definitely make a play for Melvin Gordon. I think it's a match made in heaven, honestly. Because I just imagine him in that offense. I really do feel like they're Super Bowl favorites. The team's already dangerous. They got a great defense. They got good weapons, especially when they're all on the field healthy. And so, yeah, I mean, bring in Melvin Gordon and get a chip. All right, so this next player has definitely got a bad relationship with his current team. And I feel as though he really needs to get out of there, get a new change of scenery, but in the same division. It's a very tough division, very high-scoring division. But I feel as though Cam Newton of the Carolina Panthers is not welcome anymore. You know, I feel as though the injury histories and, you know, just him lack of arm strength. Like, he seems to be losing his arm strength. And so if you can't run the ball as you used to, you know, be Superman, and you're losing your arm strength, you're not the same player anymore. Like, you're not the Cam we've known for years. You know, since that Super Bowl loss, I feel like he's really lost a part of him. You know, like, I feel like Von Miller not only stripped the ball, but he stripped his soul away. He took his talent. You know, there's something definitely wrong with Cam. He hasn't been the same since. But even with all that, you know, they found ways to move the ball, but that was due to leaning on Christian McCaffrey. You know, Cam Newton checked the ball down, Christian McCaffrey, hand it off Christian McCaffrey, deep shot to DJ Moore every now and then, you know, but everything now runs through Christian McCaffrey. Even with Cam Newton out of the game, Kyle Allen, I would say, overused Christian McCaffrey. You know, everything's on him. You know, I never understood why teams just can't zone in on a dump off. You know, like I feel like the dump off is like the most unstoppable play in the NFL because it's just like it's always open. But anyway, the team I believe Cam Newton needs to go to in the same division is the New Orleans Saints. I would love to see Cam Newton in the New Orleans Saints uniform. And this is why I think it'll work. They like to use Taysom Hill a lot in gadget plays, right? Short yardage runs, some wildcat. And I feel like you can do all that with Cam never leaving the field, you know? But don't overdo it so that he's getting in harm's way of getting injured. You can still mix in Taysom Hill. But the main point of why I think it can work is Drew Brees doesn't have a strong arm. He's got a lack of arm strength. They don't ask him to throw the deep ball a lot. And so that's why I feel like Cam Newton would be perfect in that offense because he can throw the short pass. He can gun it in there for 20 yards or less and throw an occasional deep ball. Drew Brees is doing it, you know, and Teddy Bridgewater even did it. And I feel like they don't ask much of the quarterback in that offense. You know, Michael Thomas, even though, you know, he just had 1,700 yards, most of his passes are caught within like 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. You know, he's running slant, 10-yard out, maybe a fade here and there. But, you know, most of the offense goes through Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and now Jared Cook. You know, Jared Cook, he came on strong at the second half of the season. But yeah, I feel like Cam would be perfect. I'm not saying it would make them Super Bowl favorites or anything, but I think it can work if they're looking for a quarterback if Drew Brees retires. I think getting Cam would definitely work out for them. All right, so this last one here is probably going to piss a few people off. And I say that because it involves the great Tom Brady. Yes, I think Tom Brady's time in a Patriots uniform is over. That dynasty is over. I don't see them going back to the playoffs in a very long time. And I feel like their run is over, so Bill Belichick's probably going to end up leaving or retiring soon as well. Now, the part that's going to piss people off is the team I'm about to say. Peyton Manning played for the Indianapolis Colts and then left to go to the Denver Broncos. Now, I feel as though Tom Brady should leave the New England Patriots and go to the Indianapolis Colts. I would love to see Tom Brady go to the Colts for a few reasons. They have a wonderful, wonderful offensive line. So I feel as though that worry there, whether or not he'll be protected, is covered. You know, and I feel like they have a lot of the same that New England already had. You know, they've got gadget players like Paris Campbell. He didn't have much impact this year, but going into his second year, kind of excited to see what he'll be. They have T.Y. Hilton, their burner, which you can compare to Philip Dorsett. And, you know, they have what I keep saying Peyton Manning because we're talking about the Colts. But they have what Tom Brady likes, and they have very good tight ends. They have Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle. You know, so I feel as though he can walk into this new team and feel comfortable. But I didn't even mention the best part. Like, this team has an amazing running game with Marlon Mack and Nyheim Hines. So it's not even going to be all on Tom Brady's aging arm, you know. This would be a power play in a shift in the NFL and a big, you know, screw you to Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, because that would definitely make them Super Bowl favorites right away and would sell a lot of tickets. You know, just imagine it, you know, Tom Brady in a Colts uniform. I just can't imagine. Like, I know I can imagine. I just can't imagine the backlash that's gonna come if that were to happen. You know, it's just amazing if the Colts were to go from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck to Tom Brady. You know, like it's just incredible. But yeah, these are just a few players that I really think needs to get out of their current situations and into new ones. And these specific teams is where I think it would be best successful and a good marriage for both parties, the team and the player. You know, thanks for coming back to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section any topics you want me to discuss, or if you want to be on the show, we can have a debate, we can have a discussion if you want. Just find the email address in the description box below and we'll make it happen. Thanks for stopping by.